Welcome to the Digital Menu. I'm going to be your host, the Minister of ICT, Postal and Courier Services, Tatenda Mavetera. One person once said, if you are not on the dining table, then that means you are the menu. So why did we think we need to speak about the menu? Because the menu is quite important. We want to have a conversation, a very honest conversation, that we can, at one point in time, be able to discuss about issues to do with artificial intelligence, the impact of AI in our country. Or maybe one time we'll have a conversation on the cost of data. I know that one is quite topical. You would really want to have a conversation about that. And let's have everyone coming on the digital menu and we speak about it. Or maybe at one point in time to find out about the rural and urban divide. So we're going to be having everyone here. So the digital menu is one that we all determine and we choose from it and say this is what we want. So please, let's be part of the conversation. We're glad to have you on board and indeed, you enjoy the flight. Welcome to the first episode of A Digital Menu. I'm going to be your host as the Minister of ICT, Postal and Courier Services of the Republic of Zimbabwe. My name is Tatenda Mavetera. This is where we set our nation's table for the future. No jargon, no buzzwords, just the honest conversation about how technology is going to change our life, how technology is going to transform our nation as we journey towards Vision 2030. Our President, His Excellency Dr. Idi Mnangagwa, launched a national AI strategy, 2026 to 2030, on the 13th of March 2026. When we look at this strategy, it has got key pillars, and some of the pillars speak into AI talent and capacity building. This is where we say we need to make sure that we develop our young people's talent. We need to dwell on looking at how we can enhance our skills base as a country, so that our young people are ready for the future. Indeed, let me speak about how we are going to be having the digital menu and making sure that we dine together. Last week, we had 738 participants who came through from all over Zimbabwe wanting to participate in the AI Grand Challenge. And as they participated, we even found some young people coming all the way from South Africa. Of course, they're Zimbabweans, just coming in to participate. When it was advertised, we thought we were going to get less numbers, but the numbers were so overwhelming to the extent that we realized that young people have got a lot of ideas that they want to come and bring to the table.
Every submission underwent a rigorous and transparent evaluation process based on innovation, technical feasibility, responsible AI principles, implementation potential, and sectorial relevance. From this process, only 60 individuals were selected to participate in the Nyanga Bootcamp.
The AI revolution is not a ministry project. It is a presidential mandate. His Excellency has set the tone. When the President speaks of Vision 2030, he speaks of an empowered digital Zimbabwe. The AI for Impact Challenge is our ministry's direct response to that call. Leadership sets the campus. We are simply walking the path. We are not wandering into the future. We are marching under clear instruction towards an AI-enabled Zimbabwe that leaves no one and no place behind.
The funds you are going to receive, you have to use them diligently and efficiently, coming from the head of state. I extend 82,000 US dollars. And it will be distributed as follows. The data track will receive 20,000 across 5 innovators. The design track will receive 12,000 across 3 innovators. The development track will receive 32,000 across 5 innovators. The development track will receive 18,000 across 3 innovators.
From every province, they came, not because they were summoned, but because they knew their country was calling. Nyanga was not a Harare story. It was a Zimbabwean story. Innovation has no postal address in one city. It lives in the dreams of young men in Binga, young women in Murewa, and the student in Rwanda. The grand challenge proved that we have always known that talent is a national resource, spread across every province.
My name is Walele Ruth Ndlovu, and I'm here at the AI for Impact Bootcamp, all the way from Bulawayo.
I'm a computer system engineering student at MSc.
I'm Donald Rimpoff. I stay in Bedbridge. I'm from Manicaland.
And the project that I was participating on in this challenge is called Ulwazify. So it actually won. I was the first runner-up in the development phase. And I would like to thank the President of Zimbabwe, His Excellency Dr. Idim Nangagwa, for coming up with the National AI Strategy, which actually gave birth to the AI for I Challenge.
I'm one of the winners under the data track, and my project is focusing on making sure that we have localized data sets in agriculture so that we can have food security.
There's no data to train AI systems on our local languages. So what we're trying to do is trying to create a platform, a pipeline that allows us to collect the data from the general populace of Zimbabwe. That was my winning project today.
I'm very thankful that young people are being engaged into these technology initiatives to help the nation develop into an upper middle class economy.
I know we're going to be having on the digital menu, have conversations with the Minister of Skills. We would want to find out what he has done to make sure that we would develop the skill set that we have as a country. We're also going to have conversations with the Minister of Public Service to find out that if now with the coming in of AI, are we going to lose our jobs? These are some of the conversations that we need to be very honest about. A strategy on paper is an intention. A strategy in action is a revolution. President Idim Nangagwa lit the torch. We are working with our regulator portals to make sure that we enhance this vision. We're also glad that we are led by our CEO of the ministry, who is no other than Dr. B. Chirume. We also want to find out what she thought when we were coming up with the AI Grand Challenge.
Our values must be reflected in our innovations. We do not want to, when you develop an innovation which doesn't embed our value, then it's not for us. If you are coming on board to Zimbabwe, please make sure that the solutions, right? Or you contextualize whatever international solution to be able to meet the Zimbabwean expectations.
And of course, within our AI strategy, we're very clear to say we want to get all these ideas on board. Let's look at all the key pillars. We speak of agriculture, tourism, mining, fintech solutions, all that. All that has to add into what we need to do in line with making sure that we digitally transform as a country. We advertised through portals to call for applications. And on those applications, then we had to streamline. Imagine from 738 getting to the final 16. It was not a joke. This was a rigorous process which was done by our very knowledgeable adjudicators who came from all over Zimbabwe to try to make sure that they would also look at these young people. We've got all this talent, we've got all these innovations to make sure that they also participate in the national development of our country.
We had quite a number of applicants who expressed the interest not to participate in the competition but to solve problems. Honorable Ministers, as we always said, that the desire is to make an impact, the desire to make a difference. We have indicated right at the breakfast lunch that we are not calling for AI Grand Challenge. We are not calling for abstracts. We indicated well that it's not an international journal conference. But ibira solve our problems. We really want to solve problems and I want to congratulate again the participants who have made it to this stage.
After that one, then would ask to say, yes, we've got all these prototypes, we've got all these applications, then what? We want to make sure that working together, the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education, we need to make sure that we would incorporate all these to be able to commercialize these prototypes. We also want to thank our President, His Excellency Dr. Idi Mnangagwa, for availing $82,000, which went to our young people.
It is such a grand opportunity and privilege to be actually one of those individuals who has been enabled through the hand of the President to actually offer an innovative solution under agriculture, for which I feel much humbled and also prepared to deliver to the task.
I would like to thank the President for the support that we got, like as young innovators, as young people, to come here and present our ideas and be able to get like support, to get funding, to get our ideas forward, and I'm happy about that.
And on the $82,000, what we're also grateful about, we even got other partners also coming in, who include the likes of Econet, just mention a few, who then came in to also assist on the compute capabilities and compute facilities.
I'm happy to announce that Econet Wireless has come on board. With 5,500 hours of sovereign AI compute capacity, valued at $40,000. As though that was not enough, they came up with 1.8 billion AI tokens, again valued at $40,000. We thank you and we encourage other corporates to follow that very good example.
All this money will go a long way in transforming our country, because there's never a time we can speak about AI without speaking about GPU capabilities, without us speaking about our compute capabilities as a country. So having a partner would come in to say our young people can access this is the way to go. So we believe that there is quite a lot that we can do with the young people, but let's also stay tuned and find out what you think is quite important and what you think we should do as the Ministry of ICT, working together with other several partners so that we'll be able to enhance this.
As a man who is really interested in tax and other compliance issues, if given an opportunity, at the moment right now, I will advise the Minister of ICT to reconsider the approval or tuition of institutions which are accredited to offer data protection services. So because at the moment there is a monopoly, there's only HIT who are allowed to do that. But we've got many institutions, private and public institutions, who can also do that. And also there are many professions who can qualify without even going for a further training, or who just need a refresher course or some CPD.
Hi, my name is Frank Wesere. Say I'm given an opportunity to ask one thing from the Minister of ICT. I would probably want to know when is she going to engage with Meta and Google as the Minister of ICT, probably to facilitate for monetization here in Zimbabwe. As you all know, Isuzu, as my content creators, we are trying to earn a living from those sites, but then here in Zimbabwe, monetization is not readily available. So when is she going to probably facilitate for monetization here in Zimbabwe, not using my accounts probably some other countries?
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the Honorable Minister, because the ministry has been working so much, working hard to make sure that the internet has been accessible to everybody. Then I would ask that we lower and moderate the data prices so that the regular Zimbabwean, the regular youth can afford to access and stream, in my case, since I'm an artist, accessible sites with money they can afford, because you notice that the regular Zimbabwean cannot afford to go on the internet on a regular basis where information is involved and every update is involved, music is involved, everything is involved. That is all I would like to say. Other than that, I think the Minister of ICT is doing a very good job.
The Minister of ICT is actually a woman, and I think this should be inspiring enough for all the ladies out here that if our minister is a woman, a minister in ICT, we all can do this. So please, more ladies should actually participate in these innovations.
I know a lot of women with a lot of innovations who are actually just afraid of taking the step, but I'm here. I am a fellow woman and I've managed to come here, so anybody can come.